Because not everything is like streaming, like streaming and stuff like that. This is one of the reasons we having with our current who we with, which is freaking AT&T, which kind of sucks because they don't have that many satellites around for their service period. And I'll say they've been around since even before I was born, and they still having these like issues today. And it should have took them like a while to fix that up if they want to do this internet thing. And plus with the phones and stuff, it's just really crappy. So I'm just gonna maybe get rid of some stuff, and I have to do the I'll say maybe shorten the so guys, I'm trying to okay go to the regular season, and definitely gonna be kind of like this in the angle because of the way I'm laying. And yeah, so if y'all are watching right now on YouTube, please like the video and please subscribe. We're trying to get up to at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It looks impossible, but and I probably don't think it may not be done, but weird things can happen. So it could be like surprising somebody just be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna just like explode and get to 1,000 subscribers." So like I said, we do giveaways for you guys when we start getting 1,000 for YouTube. After you guys that's watching right now on TikTok, my personal TikTok page, if we get up to 500 likes, we will do giveaway, and we currently are doing the giveaway for when we reach 500 likes. Earlier, I think it was like sometime follow. Nobody hasn't like PM me through TikTok yet and say and just put WFSO on the PM. And United States, we had to work something to send that to you. So for you guys that's watching on TikTok, use the opportunity to try to do that. Uh, Christos 300Z, welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Just going to talk about the last two Bucks games, and plus they got Portland tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be going for that. I do support that community, but I didn't mention anything about it. Um, hey Gabriella, hey, welcome back. Like I said, if you probably keep on continuing, be on here more, I may end up making you a moderator. So good for for the originals to show up. So like I said, guys, this ain't a WFSO aftermath like it normally would be. That would be tomorrow, right after we get back from the Bucks and Trailblazers game. So that would happen. So come on, go games. No. Okay, so don't hide the previous dates. Let's see. Trying to look for the last two games. There we go. Thursday, it was a nail biter with Sixers and Bucks. With Sixers had the win. Oh well, the Bucks had the lead until like late in the fourth quarter. They just slipped. But Miles Turner with the 3-point shot. But I think it was Tyrese Maxey that ended up making the score and ended up being overtime. Denisha Pope, welcome to Harold Holly, welcome to the live. Alvin Clark with the live, appreciate it. reaction here. Welcome to the live. Um, well, yeah, we're gonna get to what we need to talk about in a bit. Let me just try to and plus we're gonna do like a NBA trade. You know what? I think I'm just gonna sit up because I think I was getting a little bit too comfortable. So we'll just sit this way and. Oh wow! Okay, that was something new. Raiders fired their head coach. So what else is new? Just crazy. Okay, for the people that's on it's on TikTok, like I was saying earlier, Kendrick Thomas, welcome to the live, appreciate it. Um, for you guys from the last time, I am doing the giveaway for the autograph photo of Bushwhacker Luke. All you gotta do is private message me and just put WFSO. If you're in the United States, it'll be free shipping. If you're not out of the United States, we will have to talk about that. So all y'all gotta do is private message me and put WFSO, and there you go. So okay, enough about that. I just gotta set up the pre-recorded version. Just make sure everything is intact. Okay. Boo. They just talk weird. If y'all know, I'm watching AAA right now. Just to watch what's going on. So oh yeah. Go to Screencast. So we can set this up. That can go. Yeah, sometimes you don't live, you get to see behind the scenes of the showing the their, I don't know if you want to call it like a prequel or something like that, but that's what we're calling it. And let's see, yeah, it's a little bit cold here, so that's why y'all got me like wrapping blankets. So for those who just joined us on this will be pre-recorded on YouTube, so you guys get see this, and plus the link if you want to see the live version for the people that's watching pre-recorded, it'll be should be popping up by any second now. So if you're interested in that, you can click it. So also like the same thing for the people that's watching live. If you want to see the pre-recorded episode while you get to see the screen with me on it, like while I'm looking at, you can look at it. Should be on maybe like within 30 minutes after we're done with this live. So but anyway, so today's blew it with that. So it was just kind of crazy. Wait, with the candlestick? Yeah, I don't get that one. But then again, wrestling in Mexico at times can be different. Just put it that way. But anywho, doing out there. Oh yeah. If you would Ethan Page because they got a match for T. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Bucks kind of blew this game themselves, especially it looked like there was out of energy in overtime. With this something I'm just gonna mention, before we look at the quarter stats and stuff like that. I know some people, like I've said, they thinking that Miles Turner is like a bust, and I'm glad somebody like put this out there. It's like they answered the guy and they were saying yes and no. Well, probably yes because I think the fans were like expecting more out of him than anything, but no because he's got around his same average as he had last season. So it's not like that much of a change. And we just wasn't sure at the time who was going to be the second option. We didn't know that. So we thought, Kevin Porter ended up getting injured in the first game. So, that kind of sucked. So, yeah, it's just, kind of weird. That's your business. Anyways, um, so we're gonna just look at the core status, and I just still can't believe, the Bucks, let this game like get away from them, just like crazy. Of course, you see the first quarter, Philly was over the Bucks, and I think that's the highest scoring quarter that Philly has, 33. Then the lowest quarter that Bucks has scored is 20. Um, Quarter number two, you have the Bucks scoring their highest quarter, and you got Philly that's like kind of tied with their lowest quarter. Um, wherever that is, Ace, wherever that is. Um, like I said, Milwaukee 37, Philly 22, and they was up at one point, especially they was up in the third quarter too. 29 for Philly, 25 for Bucks. But lowest scoring quarter and will be it's so stay with us. Um, Anyways, like I said, 52 Philadelphia, 42 Milwaukee. Both tied in assists with 30 apiece, which is good to see. Steals is whoa. Philly did a little bit better than they did, which is kind of crazy. Um, Philly 9 and Milwaukee 7. Philadelphia had more blocks than the Bucks, 62. They both tied in turnover, 14 apiece. So kind of a little bit over than what they should be averaging in turnovers. Um, Field goal wise, it looks good for the Bucks. For Philadelphia's 43%, and you got Bucks 49%. 34% from three for Philly, and you got 39% from three from the Bucks. So I know y'all looking at that, like the scoring thing is great in all times, but it's like, what's the problem? A little bit, like I say, it's a little bit of defense. What happened with that? So it's like they do one thing and it goes right, but then again they stop instead of just like keep on doing it until they do figure out like what they can do. So if they break that, then you change your defense sets to something else. It's like really that common. And I think the other issue is the free throws. 81% for Philly and 77% for the Bucks, which I think they could do a little bit better than that. Points in the paint, the Bucks were dominating more, 48 to 42. And right here is one of the issues: second chance points. Milwaukee only had 2, Philly only had 11. Then fast break points, Bucks with 10 and Philly with 19. So it's like they run the play and it just doesn't do any good for like a defense with Philly. So sorry that it did kind of suck, but okay, let's go to the player status, which will be going to the box score. But that's their way for that. We'll start with Philadelphia first. So, oh, I forgot. ESP, like this is NBA, so you have to use that to go back to the past numbers. Uh, let's see, Paul George. He returned this week and had 21 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 from the free throw, 4-7 from three, and 7-12 from the field. So it looked like he did improve a little bit, but they only played him like almost like 25 minutes. So yeah, this is a surprise. Um, Andre Drummond, okay, yeah, he fouled out, so really wasn't that much of a factor. BJ Edgecombe, their rookie, 12 points. Can't go that far. So 12 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds, so double double for him with 4 offensive rebounds, 2 of 4 from 3, and 5 of 14 from the field. Tyree Maxley, seems like it was hard for people. I think that was a career high for him, but I'm probably a little bit off, but we'll see. Anyways, he had the game high of 54 points. Um, let's see, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 9 assists, a near double double, 5 rebounds, 12 of 14 from the free throw, 6 of 15 from 3. Wow. And 18 of 30 from the field. Then you got Quentin Grimes from the bench, 14 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 3 of 9 from 3, and 4 of 12 from the field. Ouch. You got Jeremy K with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 of 7 from 3, and 3 of 8 from the field. So, when this team was missing like their 3-point shots, Bucks, they should have, calculated on that. But yeah, they didn't. So, anyways, although for the Bucks, although it didn't look like Kyle Kuzma did good when it comes to like percentage or anything like that, but he did score 17 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the free throw, 0 of 3 from 3, and 6 of 14 from the field. Bobby Portis with 19 points, 1 steal, 8 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, just 1 3, and he did make that one. 9 of 14 from the field, so has a good shooting right there. Miles Turner with 14 points, 1 assist, 10 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 3 of 9 from 3, and 5 of 3 from the last 2 misses he had was like all in like overtime. So yeah, not really that good for him. AJ Green, 9 points, 1 steal, 6 rebounds, 3 of 5 from 3, 3 of 5 from the field. Brian Rollins led the team, and another high that he had earlier, 52 points, 1 steal, 14 assists. So Brian Rollins, perfect 4 or 4 from the free throw. But I apologize, you guys. Yeah, I just got to deal with this. It's kind of bad. So, just thought it'd be a little bit easier, to do it like this. Books and do not hide previous dates. Let's see. I can't believe it's the end of November already. So go from one game that they, screwed up on to this, which was like I said, they had just one as well, but like I said, fourth quarter it just wasn't happening. And it's like it's not only that I think the problem is where Giannis, I don't think the team can like finish games. So like I said, they can't finish games, and the other problem is it's like coaching. So it's like you got a defensive plan. Keep at it until they figure out like how to break it. So don't just like, okay, that works and we caught up and we should change it. No. Keep the defense going until they do crack it. Then draw another play. defense wise. Um, like I'm more, a defensive guy. If y'all know me and y'all see me like, play basketball, like I'm more defensive guy than anything. So offense, I'm okay, but not actually, my strong suit. Which inside shots, of course. Mid range, I'm decent. 3-pointer is a different story. I never that good. Okay, now as y'all can see, neither of these quarters, except for the fourth, that the Bucks had led. So yeah, we will get to that. Oh, that's good. Sorry. Of course, Detroit, win. They're on the 12th game winning streak. So, and plus, they're top of the division. So insane. But then again, at times, although the start of the Bucks doesn't look too good, but sometimes, it's how you finish, which is kind of true. So, you know, they may have Giannis back, maybe sometime next week, and probably the same thing with Kevin Porter Jr. So it's just a wait and see. But anyways, first quarter got Detroit up on the Bucks, 30-26, which Milwaukee are tied with their lowest of the quarter, 26, and the same thing with them as the second quarter, 26, and Detroit scored the highest in the quarter, 39. Detroit, of course, they won the quarter again with 35-33. Then only quarter that Bucks won was the fourth, 31-25. Like the Lords for Detroit in the quarter. Like I said, they could have done, way much better. But because it looked like they scored a lot in the fourth quarter, but if you're watching the game, it looks like it wasn't going that much anywhere. So yeah, that really, it stinks. Just put it that way. It stinks. Um, so we're gonna go to the game charts. Go from there and then talk about that. Um, like I said, guys, I appreciate the likes. Just keep them coming. Um, let's see. And now I'm looking at the charts. I'm sorry. So as you see, majority of the game it was all Detroit. A little bit of the first quarter it was the Bucks, then Detroit. A little bit of the Bucks, then Detroit, and kind of same thing here. Then yeah, it was no coming back for Milwaukee at that point. No coming back. So never tied. The biggest lead, of course, the was 29, and the biggest lead for the Bucks was 1. Lead changes was only 7, and the longest run was 14. So yeah, they was coming close in the fourth quarter, but it's just like after like the beginning of the quarter, they just never looked back, and it just like went on from there. So yeah, scoring wise, it sucks. What more can you do? Um, like I said, once again, I blame coaching, and I blame that they can't finish games and can't like keep maintaining the defense, and it seems like few people look lost. Kind of sad. But anyways, Detroit did a little bit better, 31-29. Did better than Steals than the Bucks, 10-8. Bucks had better blocks than the Pistons, 7-6. Of course, Bucks went one more turnover than Detroit. Field goal percentage and 3 percentage, much better than the Pistons did much better than the Bucks. 63% from Detroit and 51% from the Bucks. Still good, but Detroit's is better. Same thing with 3-point percentage. 53% from Detroit and Milwaukee with kind of like the help. And this is a you got the Bucks better in free throw percentage, and this was without Giannis. So this is like I said, that's a potential with Detroit 63% to Bucks 83%. Points in the game, of course, Detroit had more, and like I said, it seems like they're not guarding the paint like they used to. Like I know that Brooklyn, but at the same time he was kind of slow. But the problem is, they have you got somebody like Miles Turner, going up instead, not just staying around. But then again, you don't want to like how Brook did, a whole bunch of defensive 3-second calls. So yeah, Bucks a little bit better in second chance points, 6-2. Fast break points, it was a close one, but Detroit 15, Milwaukee 12. So now let's go to the player status. I think I went a little bit too far. Yes, we did. Oh yeah, insane. Okay, I think Detroit would be first to talk about for the game for like player stats. Tobias Harris made his return, and I think this was his season debut. 18 points, 1 block, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 to 3 from the free throw, 3 to 5 from 3, and 7 to 9 from the field. Former player, we could have kept, but then again, one more we know, right? Jalen Duren, 19 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 or 8 from the field. Duncan Robinson, 18 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 or 6 from 3, and 5 or 6 from the field. Kate Cunningham led the game with 29 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. So near triple double, but has a double double. With 1 offensive rebound, perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw, 3 of 6 from 3, and 10 of 18 from the field. So at least decent, good, shoe numbers. So I just gotta look at that. But probably one person we talk about is the returning Jaden Ivey. So since they got Duncan Robinson in the starting lineup, so what's that going to leave for like Jaden Ivey? So who knows? Anyways, 10 points. I think 1 steal, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 to 2 from the free throw, 1 to 3 from 3, and 4 or 6 from the field. So it was like they had okay scoring bench power, but that could have been their weakness, but it just didn't go that way. Kind of sucks, but anyways, let's see. Kyle Kuzma, field goal percentage is not too bad, so it's pretty decent. 13 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 offensive rebounds. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from 3, and 5 of 10 from the field. Bobby Portis, most of his scoring was in the first quarter, but 18 points. Let's see, 2 assists, 7 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 4 or 5 from 3, and 7 to 10 from the field. Miles Turner had 11 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. So, rebounding got to be a little bit better. That's probably one thing they missed from Giannis is like rebounding. So you probably would get the whole team like into it, like rebounding. Perfect from the free throw line, just 1 of 1, 2 of 6 from 3, and 4 of 8 from the field. AJ Green, he really got to get better with his mid-range. So just certain shots, if you're a shooter, you should not be missing no mid-range shots. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, 15 points for him, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 5 of 10 from three, and 5 of 12 from the field. Ryan Rollins, a little bit scorer, but he kept going at it, but led the team with 24 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 7 assists, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 3 of 8 from three, and 9 of 21 from the field. And I think probably the only person you can talk about is Gary Trent Jr. Um, Sorry, let me just get back out there. Okay. He had 8 points. Let's see. 2 of 4 from three and 3 of 5 from the field. So yeah. So, but then again, he didn't play that many minutes, and we'll just leave it at that. Pete Nance needs to be called up on the main roster, not just a two-way player. So they're probably they may do something with that soon. So right now, just a wait and see. Final score 129-116. And like I said, we're not going to look at the stats or standings until the NBA is completed. Bucks got 2 more games left. They got one on Wednesday against Miami, and I think they got Friday. I believe it's against Detroit. Yeah, but the next game, they facing tomorrow, which the game that me and the missus is going to be at is Miami. Not Miami. Sorry. You see, I don't know if Damian Lillard is going to be in the road trip, but if he does, they might do, a contribute video for him. At least, being good for us for the past 2 seasons. And they tried with him, and it just didn't work out. So, yeah, so what more can we do? So, yeah, we're going to move on from that, and we're going to talk about the so-called trade rumors that's going on. I think I did videos before. They was talking about getting Tyler Hero, and, it's going to take, like, a lot for them to do that. Also, you got, I think I did a John Morant one as well that they were saying that Bucks was room for. So, but then again, they are on the trading block for Dallas, and they thinking that, saw a video earlier today that thinking that the Bucks should go for Anthony, but I get rid of Miles Turner at the same time. It's like, but get Anthony Davis. That because the thing is like, who's going to play center? Anthony Davis, he will, but he doesn't want to. Like the same thing with Giannis, he doesn't want to play center, but play at times, but not his favorite position. So and of course, the rumors with the Kuminga trade and stuff like that. So just whatever with that. And the latest one, I think I did one with Demonis Sabonis because Sacramento is trying to trade their pieces away. So but I'm just watching the AAA. Ooh, well, people didn't like Vico anyway, so why not? You might as well just turn the full heel when people was booing them in the first place. So now you give more people to hate them even more. So, like I said, it's something that we're going to talk about tomorrow on WFSO Aftermath. But anyways, every time thing that's happened. So Malelo Ball was like rumored, to the Bucks as well, which is kind of crazy. But the thing I did, with the Kings, I decided, maybe Bucks should, go after Daniel Sabonis for rebounding purposes. Because, he's a good offensive rebounder and kind of head to head. So I don't know how this will work with let's see. It was Charlotte. Yeah, it's just crazy, like the Celtics is like down there too, like having their own problems. So we have, if we wanted Melo Ball, but like I said, these are like rumors right now, and we didn't hear anything officially from LaMelo Ball to get him. Um, but then again, like I said, young player. They can probably can put him at the two if they wanted to, because I thought he was like 6'5", 6'6", or something like that. But yeah, 6'7". So yeah, I'm surprised. So let's just say they do work the trade with him, like go to the Bucks. Like who's available? Gucci Bros, nice. Um, let's see. Nope, we're not getting a Miles turn. That's not going to be the case. Let's see. This, yeah, I'm do everybody a favor. The people that probably won gone the most, and there's like half the people saying maybe we should get rid of Bobby Portis as well. No. Um, let's see. Although they could do it straight up if they wanted to, they'll just be like, oh, the Bucks will end up being in the first apron if they do, but they would have 4 million. Like they'd be like 4 million before they end up into the second apron. So just make it even. Let's see if the. Oh yeah, because if the Hornets wanted to, they can get rid of Mason Plumlee if they want to. I'm trying to think. And Pat Connaughton, they can let him go if they wanted to. But I think the problem is, the lineup that the Hornets have, they have like too many forwards as it is. Something they can do, but let's just say, you know what? Okay, they let go of Pat Connaughton and Colin Sexton if they want to make like space. So who can we add? Can't give them a forward because there'd be too many forwards, but we gotta have like at least the numbers very close to like matching. Uh, I hate to do this. I'm not saying this trade will officially happen, but anything is possible. Um, we are we got on Bobby Porter for his defensive faults, but offensive faults, no, offensive like he's okay. So and plus gotta add draft picks. So maybe it could be a swap. So 2031, and like I said, kind of same thing for. Oh, okay, they've done that for me already. So Charlotte gets the right to swap, which they probably won't. So and for them to. Oh, that was it. Switching things up. Dang, that was kind of short. So looked like it was only like 4 matches. Yeah, kind of crazy, but let's see. No, I'm just trying to like switch on to something. Of course, it got me WFSO on there live, so not a big deal. But okay, just leave that for a little bit. Anyways, back to this. So, what can the Bucks get out of it? They don't have a 2029 first round pick, but then again, it's like Charlotte will already get like they would have two first round picks, so I think they can partner with one of them, depending which one. But let's just say they give them the that pick, and let's see, and we can give Hornets next season's second round pick, which most likely probably won't go anywhere because it'll go to Utah. So I think we would be okay because Atlanta will hold the rights to swap for the pick, so most likely they probably will, according to where we're at in the standing so far. Um, so we'll just do that. So, but with this trade, both teams will still be, have the they'll still be on the tax cap, so it will work for them. So let's try to trade. And they probably would say fail because of certain people you can't trade until like I said, yep, with Amir Coffey and Bobby Portis, you can't trade until the 15th of December. So let's just say they did and it did work out. Well here let's see. They'll minus one win and their offense will increase, but the defense will only increase a little bit. Um, Hornets defense will increase a bit, but there'll be plus one wins. But yeah, so that's probably what it will take. But like I said, nobody can't do any moves until the 15th of December. That you probably will see some moves, or if they decide do moves right away with like players that wasn't like recently signed, they can do that. But yeah, that is the only like probably the only option they can do just to like make it work. So like both teams will still be like in the tax and they won't have much to worry about. So what would probably would be like a needle mover for the Bucks if they decide they're just gonna trash that, and what would be a good needle mover for the Bucks? Because I don't know why they're saying they have like their backcourt problems. Oh wow, Cal Kuzma number 18. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I wouldn't expect Zion Wilson to be in there either. Um, I'm trying to think, like, yeah, out of these like top 25, well, besides Cal Kuzma, I don't see them getting like anybody. Um, I'm trying to think because if the fans, there's some of them out there that can't stand Kyle Kuzma, so this is what we're gonna do. To help them maybe a little bit offensively and also help with rebounding as well. I'm just gonna check something, but this is just a try run before we end the show here. Oh, never mind. That would not work. Yeah, that would not work at all. It's all about Kyle Kuzma for Michael Porter Jr. That probably would not work because there probably be some access that they gotta but I just had to look at it and that just looks like it will. Yeah, it won't work. But then again, and I know people was rumored that saying the Bucks should get Cam Thomas, and there were some Bucks fans that were saying that, but it's just mainly he's just more of offensive player, and we trying to like get defense. That's that's kind of like the issue. Well, maybe letting go that assistant coach would be a factor, but who would be cool to get for they're freaking defensive. Um, Man, surprised the Lakers like in third. Um, yeah, it's just mainly what we use and like okay, let's see. Let's just go with Dallas. So this is just for instance, because there's no way you can get Anthony Davis for the Bucks. If you do like Giannis for Anthony Davis straight up, Anthony Davis would still be in like close to his hometown of Chicago, but still, I still wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't know like it's like Bucks will need like forwards than anything. But like they good when it comes to guards, but it's just like forwards. But then again, they're not using like some of the players that they should be showing like doing like the Nashers ain't shooting that much. They just giving them garbage time. Same thing with Mir Coffee. He can play the two or the three. Um, and I'm glad they stopped that idea with not having Gary Trent Jr. as the small forward because it was not working. Although with Kuzma, he had most good games. He only had like a few bad games. Maybe I should say just one. Say he just had like one bad game. Um, like who would be? Let's see who would be good for them. Defensive wise. It just sucks. They don't show like the teams like defense statistics. Like that could have been helpful. Um, yeah, I don't know that would have worked. Like Matt Christine, like would have got him and use him as the small forward position. And have Kuzma at power forward. Could be some. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna give us Cooper Flag, so you can get that out of the system. And oh god, yeah, they're in the first apron. So they're like you might as well say they're kind of like in the second apron. So let me look at their assets. Like what they're gonna do, to improve themselves. They had the first pick this year, which is Cooper Flag, and let's see. So 2026, they got a pick for this coming year. Nothing in 2027, but 2028, 2029. So they're okay from after 2027s because they got mostly first round picks all the way through 2032. So yeah, I don't know, they might have had not that much access, and I think, in my opinion, I think they're gonna be stuck with Anthony Davis for the next few years. I think after next season he has a player option, but of course with the Tyler Hero situation, and which I still don't think that they're gonna do anything like trade Tyler Hero, but they could if they want to they could do Kyle Kuzma and add like Andre Jackson Jr. and let's see if they really want him to go Gary Harris. They can do all that, just for Tyler Hero and give up, a 2031 swap and give them a 2032 first round pick. And for the for the Heat, okay, so maybe they'll go for their. Oh, they only got a first round pick for 2027, so But strange scenario things had happened before, so I just wouldn't be surprised if something happened. Oh, and yeah, and they got an extra spot available, so they can take like 2, 3 players or something like that. Then you know what? There they go. Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't even know what that says, but welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, but anyways, guys, we're just gonna end it from here. Like I said, I thought it would be shorter than this, but you know what? Being here for an hour, which is fine. So, guys, you get a chance, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com for upcoming events wrestling wise in the Midwest. Photos and all that good stuff. Oh wow, so we're gonna something interesting that we're gonna be talking about tomorrow too on Aftermath. So we will talk about, the Bucks Trailblazers game, full gear, and also we will talk about the AAA special that they have. Also, I think not much of the Milwaukee development, but we will talk about comic book movies and TV news and all that stuff. Probably for the Milwaukee development thing, we're probably gonna do like a separate video. And yeah, there we go, just right. So yeah. Anyways, you guys is watching on YouTube, either pre-recorded or live, you know what to do. Please subscribe, and try and get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully we can get there, and we will start doing giveaways when we get to that point. Um, as you guys, that's on TikTok. Please, when y'all get on your next time, please, drop some likes. It would be more helpful. So, but yeah. Anyways, over 3,100 videos and counting on for YouTube that we have. So not just we talk about Bucks, we talk about wrestling. Like I said, about comic book stuff, um, and Milwaukee development. So you're interested in that? You're interested in this channel? Plus, we got like a few things, talk about certain like food and drinks and stuff that we get to try. So there's that, and just other stuff. So all the stuff we said we just going to try to bring back this year, and probably some new show ideas as well that we're gonna have. So just we'll keep you updated on that. And like I said, sorry for the little bit of lack of it, but like I said, a lot of stuff is going on, and plus it's kind of like a bad period for us as well. Um, with not that many wrestling shows going to be happening like next month, so probably only a few. So, and then again, it'll be cold out. I'll probably have more time, to do something here. But like I said, just other stuff going on, and yeah, just putting that way. So okay, that's interesting, but I'm not gonna about that. Um, guys, we're sponsored by Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. They got they're on our sponsor page, and they are doing like a liquidation sale, so everything must go. So you're interested in some wrestling merch? Talk to them. Also, we also sponsored by Great Scott Sports Cars. You can check them out. GreatScottSportsCars.weebly.com. If you're interested in like buying, selling, or trading cars, and plus, we got a little bit of information on our website as well. We are also a proud sponsor of Maddie's Mary. So need resource, for that's like had like pregnancy and infancy loss. Pregnancy and infant loss, I should say. So Maddie's Memory will have, the resources for that. So go ahead and go to maddiesmemory.org. If you just want to like donate to the cause, should be a QR code on there. And if you want to donate to that, go right ahead. Keep doing like a good fight. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. We also got Legacy Pro Wrestling that we're sponsoring for their this coming Friday's Black Friday show. They mentioned a few matches already, so I know I got to update that on the website. So that's one of the things I'm going to do tonight. So you're in the Milwaukee area, you want to check out the show, go ahead. This is their final show of the year. So go ahead and check that out. Um, but anyways, guys, appreciate y'all watching. For those still hang up on there. Although East Coast is probably after midnight, and West Coast is like about maybe like after 9. So at least you guys will still have a lot of time to watch whatever. But anyways, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good one. Let me get out of YouTube and this one too. So anyway, guys, see you later. Y'all have a good one, and go about to go, of course, no matter what.